Good Friday morning. I don't want to take too much time saying hi because I realize that if you watch this later, then you have to sit there while I'm just staring at the screen. That's not any fun. So I'm going to talk for just a little while people get signed in. I think I'm live on everything. Ashlyn, good Friday morning. How are you? Hi, Belle. See, you're on YouTube. Ashlyn, I don't want to ever forget Kinsey, so if she's there, which I don't know, but hi to her too. I'm doing well, Belle. I am, anyway, you guys can't see it. I don't, it's Emma and Belle, okay. So right over there, if you're on Instagram, nope, can't see on Instagram. Right over there is the shelf. It's right behind my coffee, which is all the way over there. It's pretty sad. Hi, Olivia. But that is the last shelf for the shelf bookcase projects that I've been doing. I had to modify that, which was not fun to say, to be honest. I had to take it apart carefully, cut it, put it back together carefully, and now fill in everything, do some more sanding, and do some more painting. So Ashlyn, I am great. It's Friday. It's a little hot in the shop. I don't have AC in here, but I've noticed that if I keep the door shut, it's a little cooler. I have a big fan. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. I turned it down while I'm on this, so it gets a little hotter in here, but I'll turn it back up in a second. It's just everything flies around. I need to get one more. I think two of them in the back facing this way, like blowing in the corners. I think that would be fine. I don't want to put AC in here. That'd be too expensive. So, man, I just have to get over it. It's just hot. It just is what it is. So, Caitlin, you're here on Facebook. I'm so glad to see you here. I know you guys are wanting these bookshelves done just as much as I'm wanting them done. But, hey, Christy, I'm so glad you're here also. But, yeah. Does anybody have any plans this weekend? I know we have curfew again tonight for Marion County. So, I don't know, are you guys doing anything? Gonna hang out at someone's house or I don't know. Don't tell me if you're breaking curfew or you're disregarding all of that. Just don't tell me. But yeah, so I had some comments on my shirt just a little while ago. It says you're the number one. You're my number one with the lemonade. So if any of you get that, I give you props. Man, I know it. I know what it is, but I don't know if you guys are going to know what it is unless I've already explained it to you, which I don't think I have. So anyway, but no one's got any plans this weekend. I was trying to wait and see if anyone had any plans this weekend. So, you know, with woodworking, well, I've got one project waiting. I got to start on another. So here's another one that's getting started. You guys see all that? All that wood? That's another project. It's getting ready to get set up. So I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about all my projects. So just work. Ashley, remind me, you've told me before, but where do you work again? I seen some pictures you going to work, but I didn't see where you worked. So, I forget. I don't think you work at Chick-fil-A, do you? I knew you like going there a lot, but I don't think you work there. All right. Well, Ashlyn, I'm waiting on that for Ashlyn. I will let you know that you can turn to 1 Timothy chapter 6, Old Navy. Okay, inside the mall. All right. How's the mall doing? Is it closing early tonight also? I think it's going to close early, I would imagine. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17 is what we're going to talk about this morning. Here's what the verse says, and I'll respond to comments as you guys post up. Anna's joined us. Good morning. So here's what the verse says, 1 Timothy 6:17. As for the rich in this present age, charge them not to be haughty, nor to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. So let's look at this again. Do not, just the part that I really want to kind of focus on is to not to, or nor to, whatever the way your scripture says there, to set their hopes. Do not set your hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. So one of the things that we need to be aware of, and especially as teenagers, as you're getting out into the world, you're getting jobs. Obviously, Ashlyn's working at Old Navy. Mall's weird, closing every day at 7. But as you're getting jobs and as you're getting money coming in and things of that nature, there is a tendency to start putting a lot of faith and trust in that money and in the things that you can acquire. So whether it's a fancy car, or it's a nice house, or it's a good bank account, or it's a new computer, or it's whatever. And it says, do not put your hope in the uncertainty of riches. Do not put your hope, your desire, your joy based on those things. I very clearly, and not a sore subject at present time, but, I know Emma really loved her computer, right? It was a nice computer. She got a good birthday gift, or a Christmas gift, I mean, and they got that and she enjoyed it. And then she came over and saw Timothy, and Timothy smashed her computer. We're going to get that fixed as soon as we can. But for right now, she doesn't get to use the computer. And so, there's a challenge there to not putting your hope. It's easy. Emma did absolutely fantastic with not getting furious, at least at the time, or angry at the time at Timothy, for doing that, not getting mad at us for having Timothy, so he can do that. But there are some people that do. There are some people that get so angry and frustrated. I remember when I got my first car. And it was the car that was given to me, not the car I bought. But I was maybe this way with the car I bought too, but definitely with the car that was given to me. It was my first one. Man, I didn't let anything in there. I barely had a drink. I didn't let anyone else have a drink in my car. I didn't let anyone sit up against my car. If I saw someone leaning up against it when I was somewhere, I kind of told them, like, hey, back off, stand on your own car. But I treated it as if it was everything. And then I remember backing out of the driveway once, and I hit the side of our porch with the car. I was backing out. I was still getting used to driving it, but I hit it, and it devastated me. Like, I got so mad and angry at myself. And it didn't hurt the car. And there was some scratches, but completely underneath, and I kind of just went up on the curb there, or not the curb, but the porch. And so, but it bothered me. It affected me because my hope, I was starting to put some identity per se in that car and that thing that I could get. And so I'd started planning out what it was going to look like and what I was going to do to fix it up. And then when I got my other car, shortly thereafter, I did the same thing, constantly thinking of what's the next part I can put on it? What's the next thing I can do? Putting so much hope and so much attention to this material thing. And then I was driving it one day, and it was parked, so I had a lot of things that happened to it that challenged my thoughts on that. So it was parked outside of my house, and someone hit it a couple times. They were drunk, I think, or playing around, and they hit it, turned around, hit it again, and left. It was a bright yellow car in the middle of the, not middle of the street, but parked on the street. It was intentional, I get it, but very easily could have been angry and frustrated and mad and tried to handle it properly. I was driving it back from college, I think. I was driving back from college, and I hit, I was behind a semi, and a tire blew, and the rubber came off the tire from the semi and hit the front end of my car, took off my bumper and all kinds of stuff underneath, and then messed up the rear bumper. And again, could have very easily been devastated. Before I probably would have been, and I was mad, I was angry, but I knew I could get it fixed. I had started already taking my hope out of that. We do this though so often. I don't know if you've ever been told or heard the phrase materialism, and as Christians, we need to fight against materialism, but you may not know what that is. And so what materialism is, what Paul is trying to tell Timothy, is make sure you let those people know who have a lot of things. It's okay to have a lot of things. Like, we're not talking and trying to get you to get rid of all of the things that you have. It's okay to have those. It's okay to have nice things. But do not put your hope in those, because they're fleeting. And we told stories of Jesus would tell stories of people who had all of this stuff and said, what am I going to do? And someone's like, I'm going to build more storage so I can have more things. And then he says, yeah, but they died that night and didn't take anything with them. Or we see Job, who the account there, the history of Job, that had all of this stuff and it was all taken away from him. And he, could have very easily had all of his hope and joy put in that, but he didn't. And so we need to make sure that our hope and our joy and our encouragement and all of those things are not from things that we can buy, not from things that we can have here on earth. And I like to take this always a step further when we talk about it. It's not just about the things. It's about anything here on earth. We fail when we put our attention on anything here on earth to get us our joy. This is why I love the last part of the verse. But on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. God gives us everything that we need to enjoy. If God hasn't given it to us, we don't need it. It's not that we couldn't have it, but we don't need it. He gives us everything that we need to enjoy. And so everything that he has given us, no matter what is in your situation, no matter what the situation you have going on, he has given you what you need to enjoy. And that's a great thing. That's a great encouragement to know that no matter what situation I'm in, he is going to give me what I need to enjoy. And there are a lot of things that I could want. There's a lot of things that I could strive for. There's a lot of things that I could obtain. But he's going to give me what I need. What does that look like? For you guys right now, more than likely you're not super worried about your bank accounts. You're not comparing bank accounts to other people, saying, I've got this much money, I've got this much money, like people do when they get older. It's weird, but they do it. I remember being at our honeymoon, and we were at this place, and there was a bunch of other people there, and they were all comparing, what they had, whether they had timeshares in this place, or they had this building, or they had this pinky ring on, or they had this thing, and it made me sick in all honesty, and I was lucky enough to be like, I'm a youth pastor, and I'm like, 2013, I was like 28. I was like, I don't have anything, and I'm fine with that. So, it was interesting, but just the sadness to me of comparing all that, and they do. You guys probably aren't doing that yet. I hope you never do. But what you are doing is you're looking sometimes at going, I don't have a job, and I want a job because I want money so I can spend money on the things that I want to spend. And I'm not going to be happy until that happens. Or you say, I'm not happy because, we don't have a lot of guys on here right now, but I'm not happy because I don't have the newest video game system. Or I'm not able to do this. And I'm not saying you girls don't like playing video games. Maybe you do. But you might be saying, I don't have a boyfriend. And I really want a boyfriend. All of my friends have a boyfriend. And it's really, I want to be able to have that so I can be happy. I want, this new thing, whatever it is, these new clothes, this whatever. I want to go see this new movie. I want to go do all this, and all of these things that can combine. And I see Paul, when you read the entirety of Timothy, he's talking about all of those things. And he's saying we can't put our attention on those things of earth. We have to put our attention on God. We have to focus on him first. And so that's my challenge to you. I'm going to stop talking, but my challenge to you today, for as long as you can remember, next week, next month, try to remember to not focus so much on the things here on earth. Allow yourself to be focused on God and the things that he is giving you. Be excited. Yes, there can always be more. There can always be more rest. There can always be more food. There can always be more things. There can always be more money. There can always be that more stuff. So don't try to always be pushing to get more, but push to enjoy God, focus on God, and enjoy the things that He has given you. So even when that's tough, when we go through hard times, we can do that and still have enjoyment. And that's how we can be praiseworthy and be always giving thanks no matter what the situation is. When we're focused on Him and realizing what He has given us, we're not as focused on the things that we don't have. So that's my challenge to you this morning. Again, 4:30 this afternoon. You want to get on, play some games if you can. I know Ashlyn's got to go work, but we will miss her if she's not. I don't know what time she's going to work. They close at 7, so probably working at 4:30, unless she's there now or getting ready to go now and she gets off early. I don't know. But the rest of you, 4:30 this afternoon. Let's play some games, have some fun. And for those that you are there, I've got some interesting news, and I'm going to share that with you. So love you guys. Bye.